Oh my gosh, there's a cat right out my window and it is staring me down. I hate cats. Oh, and it is freaky as the yellow eyes. I don't like that. Hi friends, welcome back. Today's Monday and I was just thinking, like, I love embarrassing stories and I think they're really, really funny. So I was thinking, why not tell you guys like some of my most embarrassing school stories, like some of my most embarrassing moments that happened during school. I feel like we all have so many embarrassing moments and I'm sure I could tell you like way more that didn't happen at school, but I'll save that for another video. How about that? But there were just a few that I was thinking of that happened to me at school and I was like, wow, that was really embarrassing. And it was always in front of like guys. And I mean, come on, girls always get embarrassed in front of guys sometimes, right? Like when it's just your girlfriends and you and like you're all just like hanging out together, it's not as embarrassing. But when you're in front of like a bunch of guys or the whole school, as in two of my cases, yeah, it's way more embarrassing. All right, here we go. Don't laugh at me, okay guys? Don't laugh. So back when I was in, I want to say 10th grade, I think. It was either 9th or 10th grade. We were taking sports pictures. So of course, all the sports teams, we were all in the gym, we were all dressed up, you know, in our uniforms, getting ready to take our pictures, and one of my friends was like, oh, I left my shoes in the other building, and Dare, will you go get them with me? So I was like, sure, why not, because we still have time. So I don't know why we just decided to go run like right in the middle of the whole court. Like we totally could have gone an opposite way where like no one saw us. So anyway, we started running across the gym floor and seriously smack dab in the middle of the gym, like right when we get into the very middle of the gym where everyone could see us. I trip over Rachel or like her shoes or something that she had on, I don't know. I just tripped over her and I just fall, just bam, just right there, just in the middle. Luckily I didn't like smack my face, but I definitely fell pretty hard, just right there in the middle of the gym. And everyone was just looking at me. And of course it was like the guys, JV, junior high, varsity, like their teams that were all getting ready to like get their pictures taken. So they were all just kind of getting ready, lining up and all this. And so they were all just right there, right in front of me, right when I just fall, right in the middle of the whole gym. It was quite embarrassing. But hey, that's alright. I got over it and luckily I at least wasn't hurt. I mean, if I would have been hurt, I probably would have been more embarrassed. So luckily I was just able to laugh that off. But yeah, that was definitely embarrassing. So another one involves me falling in front of a bunch of people as well. Okay, so when I lived in Missouri, I mean, they still get these now, but we would just get awful snowstorms and awful like ice storms. So one evening it had like iced pretty bad, but we still had school and all this stuff. So I go to school and all, and it's like right before school starts. And I think I was in 9th grade. Man, 9th grade was just an embarrassing year for me. I was walking from the high school to the elementary school to go to PE class. And like right as I walk out of the high school, I'm about to go right there on the crosswalk. We don't have buses at that school, so of course all the cars, you know, are lined up, all the parents dropping off everyone, or all the kids that drive to school, that's right where they walk. Everyone's just coming up, and I just fall, slip right on the ice. My feet go fly out like right in front of me. I just fell right on my butt, and it hurt so bad. And of course it was icy and there was some snow, so it was wet, so then it looked like I peed my pants, and I hadn't changed into my PE clothes yet. This is still on my school clothes, so let me remind you, after PE I have to change back into these nice wet clothes that look like I peed myself, and I have to walk around in school until they dry. So yeah, that was really embarrassing. But I did have two of my friends there walking up and they're like, are you okay, Dare? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I was so embarrassed. And by the way, me and mornings don't get along that well, so I was already like really mad that it was morning, and I was mad I had to go to school. And then of course I was really pissed off because I just fell in front of all these people, and then my pants were wet and I had to walk around looking like I peed myself pretty much the rest of the day. Yeah, but hey, I'm better now. Now I just laugh at it and just think it was really funny, and people do that all the time, so it's okay. Okay, so for this next one, I feel like I've told this story probably like twice already, but it's just one of my most embarrassing stories. So for this one, it was back when I was in 1st grade, and if you already know the story, sorry, but hey, it was really embarrassing, so I just have to tell it again. So in 1st grade, I was in Mrs. Linthicum's class. Mrs. Linthicum, yes. She was one of the hardest, and I guess I could say meanest teachers at the time, which I thought she was mean, but really she's like one of my favorite people. Once I got older, I realized how cool she was. So anyway, her first grade classroom was directly across the hall from the bathrooms. And like seriously, when I say directly, like you guys are the bathrooms. Just called you like toilets. Funny joke, funny joke. This is why I don't tell jokes, because I'm not funny at all. So you guys are the bathroom and I am my classroom, and we are this close, guys, like this close. Like we are so close to each other right now. It's like I could walk out the door and step right into the bathroom. But we had to have a hall pass to go to the bathroom. So I went and told my teacher, I was like, hey, Mrs. Linthicum, I have to go to the restroom. But all the hall passes were gone. And she was like, nope, you have to wait, sorry. And I was like, no, it's an emergency, I really have to go. Because they always tell you, if it's an emergency, then they'll let you go. No, she's like, you can't go. I couldn't go. It was an emergency, guys. I was what, like 6 years old? A 6-year-old, if they tell you you need to pee, you should probably let them go. Just saying. So I go back and sit in my chair and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go. Someone hurry back. Yeah, no one's hurrying. I guess everyone just had to poop that day or something, and they were taking forever because no one came back to the classroom. So I was sitting there in my chair, and I raised my hand and she wouldn't call on me, and so I was like, all right, fine. You wouldn't let me go, so I'm just gonna have to go in my chair. I did. I went in my chair. Right there in the middle of my classroom. Sat on my chair and peed in my school clothes. It was nice and disgusting. Not nice at all. Why did I even say nice? So after I peed in my chair, I'm pretty sure it was like the end of the day, because I remember trying to hide it and cover it up. So I don't remember what I did to hide this, but I do remember it was like the end of the day. I think I was wearing either like a black jumper or like a navy blue one, so it would have been hard to tell that I peed myself anyway. So I was really trying to cover it up, and I don't know if this is just something I remember and I'm making up or if this actually happened, but I feel like it happened and it's my story, so I'm saying this happened. But I'm pretty sure that I actually went and I was able to get paper towels, and I cleaned it all up, and I like didn't tell her, I didn't tell anyone, but then then she said she started smelling something in the classroom, and it started smelling bad. Oh my gosh. This just gets more and more embarrassing. So she ended up finding out that it was my chair that smelled awful. And then I guess I just proceeded to tell her that I peed in my chair because she wouldn't let me go to the bathroom. So yeah, I love embarrassing stories, guys. They just get me. They are funny. So funny. Alright, so those are like probably the 3 of the most embarrassing things I can think of right now. If I ever think of more, I will definitely make another video about this because I just think they're really fun to tell people, and it's a great chance just for you to laugh at me, just for me to pretty much make fun of myself. So anyway, that's it for this video, but I want you guys to comment below and tell me what is one of your most embarrassing stories. If it's not at school, that's fine, just in general, like what is one of your most embarrassing stories? So yeah, I hope you guys found those videos embarrassing and somewhat funny, because I found them embarrassing and funny as well. But if you did like it, totally gives it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe is a very hard word to say if you're just like talking really fast. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate that if you guys would totally love to. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are super awesome, and I will definitely talk to you guys later. Bye.